blast off. A success! We're killing it. Welcome to Techno Yoga Club. I'm Masahiko Wakita, and I'll be guiding us through a meditation and yoga flow this evening. Super excited to be here at the beautiful rooftop poolside at the W Hotel in Hollywood. And I'm really excited to be joined by my friend Dylan, Devoid Music, who will be giving us a soundtrack for this evening. Also, quick shout out, huge thanks to Christina Learosa of Techno Yoga Club for having me, and the W Hotel and Noir with Artificial People and all the hard work that they've done to get this going. And hopefully you guys will just be relaxed, and don't worry if you've never meditated or done yoga before. Just find yourself in a comfortable position and clear out the living room to give yourself enough space. You can be lying down on the floor, sitting in a comfortable chair, or sitting cross-legged. Ideally, being comfortable is the most important part. So just settle into your space, take some deep breaths, and just relax as I guide us through. Just becoming aware of our breath. Feel the expansion of your diaphragm, which is the muscle that sits on the bottom of your rib cage. Imagine a balloon being blown up into your lower abdomen, expanding outward and downward, and then up into the ribs and lungs last. Notice the pause at the top of the breath and the centering, grounding exhale. Let this feel good. Just let go of any stress, any anxiety, anything holding you back from this present moment right here, right now. Oftentimes in our busy lives, we get caught up and lose track of taking essential self-care. So go ahead and thank yourself for being here. I'm really grateful to have you along with me. Deepening the breath, bringing our awareness to our body. Feel the temperature of the room. We notice the texture of the clothes on your skin. Any smells. No judgments, just observations. Just witness the surrounding area and immerse into your environment fully. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose and open mouth exhale. We'll take a series of 3 cleansing breaths like this with the pause at the top. Deep inhale. And gathering any stress or anxiety or any things that are on our mind, and open mouth, release. Let go. Unplug. And settle in. There are 7 chakra points throughout the body, located the root chakra at the very base of the perineum, where the legs divide from the trunk of the body, the sacral chakra, which is orange, and that sits in the pelvic bowl, and the solar plexus chakra, which is yellow, sitting right near the navel center. We have our green heart chakra, blue indigo in the throat, violet for the third eye, and a silver illuminated crown chakra above our head. These energy centers correspond to the systems of the body. And as we meditate, we'll begin our awareness starting in the third eye, in the center of your mind, your pituitary gland. Imagine a six-sided star, two equilateral triangles placed on top of each other. You may be familiar with the Star of David. That's kind of what it looks like. Imagine this six-pointed star sitting horizontally on your third eye. Now breathe and allow that star to ascend about 2 feet above your head. And imagine it starting to spin clockwise direction, faster and faster and faster until it reaches the speed of light, forming a plane of light energy above you. Staying present to the breath, allow this plane of light energy to descend through each one of your chakras, dropping down through the throat, through the chest, the heart chakra, and aligning each vertebrae on the way down. Extending all the way down out through the root chakra, descending all the way to the center of the earth, feeling grounded to Earth's magnetic core. Breathe into this grounding cord. Feeling connected, feeling safe. Feel free to eliminate all that doesn't serve you, any stress, any fear, any emotions stored up. Just let it go. Let each breath carry you lighter, feeling more free, allowing the earth to receive so she knows how to provide for us, what kind of challenges and struggles we're going through, how to help provide for us as best possible. Continuing to stay present with our breath. Deep inhales, filling up the diaphragm. Relax, centering exhales. Now imagine our Metatron star rising up the grounding cord and situating a few feet below us, this time spinning in the opposite counterclockwise direction. Again, breathing, building speed, faster and faster to the speed of light. Now encasing us. Envision silver healing light energy filling up this column, surrounding you. Feel this healing air filtering through your nostrils, into your lungs, emanating through each cell of your body, filling up all that space that we created. Let this feel good. Let the oxygen stream through your blood, delivering fresh nutrients to all your cells. Feeling light, feeling energized. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Feeling more relaxed in our body. Every breath is a chance to renew and reset. back to this place. If you find yourself with the ever-present thoughts coming in, that's okay. It's very natural. Meditation will never stop your thoughts. It's simply to become aware of them, identify them as thoughts, and just come back to being present to your breath. Just come back to your body. Nothing is so pressing or urgent that you can't spend a few minutes taking care of yourself. Inhale your arms up overhead, gathering space. Imagine holding an orange egg full of divine fluid and gently pressing that egg into the top of the head, receiving this orange healing goo. Let it fill the cracks and voids, allowing our body to feel energized for this yoga practice. As you inhale, imagine our lower light platform ascending, starting at the root chakra, rising up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way out through to the crown of your head. Extend this line all the way out to the center of the cosmos. Feeling rooted down to the center of the earth, connected into the vast universe, feeling safe, feeling free. Inhale. Exhale. Just observing that breath being breathed into us. Calm, compassionate observation for all that is. Feeling gratitude in our hearts for this breath, for this heartbeat, for our health, whatever status or condition that may be. Feeling grateful for our family and our friends. Now we'll be shifting gears to start into our yoga flow. So if you haven't already done so, you may find yourself getting your yoga mat out, maybe clearing the furniture to give yourself a little bit more room. And we'll be beginning our yoga flow in child's pose. So, child's pose, coming down onto the mat, bringing our big toes to touch behind us. You can bring your knees out to the edge of the mat, finding a seat on your heels. Take a nice deep inhale to lengthen the spine, and walking your hands out, bringing the forehead to rest on the mat. Just feel heavy. Allow yourself to melt into the earth. I am here to guide you to the best of my ability and share my practice with you. But as always, you are your best teacher, so really listen to your body, do what feels right for you. I'll try to give as many modifications as I can. and also some advanced poses for those who are more experienced. And I invite you, if you are a more advanced practitioner, maybe come back to the foundations, as it's ever important to reevaluate what we think we know. So, again, starting in child's pose, deepening our breath. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths in through the nose, pausing at the top, and open mouth exhale, sticking your tongue out. Deep inhale. Pausing to gather all that stress and anxiety and let it go out the mouth. And the biggest breath you've taken all day. Inhale deeply. And let it go. Now, seal your lips. We'll begin our Ujjayi breath of fire, dragon's breath, and that is achieved by slightly constricting the back of the throat in kind of a oceanic texture and sound quality to the breath. This helps to fuel our energy, bringing heat. The pranayama, or breathing practice of yoga, is essential and very powerful. Staying connected to our breath helps us keep present and energizes us through the practice. On your next inhale, go ahead and come up onto tabletop, stacking our hips, knees under the hips, shoulders, elbows and wrists in a line, sealing your hands into the mat, finding a nice broad shoulder, flat back. You can squeeze your navel to your spine to really engage the core muscles, which will help protect your lower back. Reaching the crown of the head tall in front of you, away from the tailbone. Inhale to cow pose, lifting our sit bones and our nose, gazing upwards, relaxing the belly towards the earth for cow. Deep inhale and exhale as you tuck your tailbone, rounding the spine. Gently relax the head and neck towards the earth, arching our back like a scared cat. Maybe you can gently shake your head back and forth, yes and no. Just finding some length in the spine. And inhale back to cow, allowing this movement to start at the tailbone, wave, extending up through the spine, reaching to the head last, and exhale to cat. Let each of your breaths guide you through this movement. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Just warming up the spine here. You can find some natural movements, maybe side to side, stretching into the shoulders and side bodies, whatever feels right. Wherever you're tight, just make this your own movement. And we'll meet back up with a new spine and tabletop. Coming into high plank position or push-up position, coming onto the balls of the feet, pressing through the heels away from us. Heels, hips, and shoulders are in a straight line. Pressing the ground away from us firmly. Engage the core. And the inner thighs rotate up towards the ceiling. As we gaze forward, keeping the elbows tucked into the side of the body, lower yourself slowly down onto your torso. Stretching the feet long behind us, bringing the tops of the feet to the mat for baby cobra. The hands are resting below the shoulders, elbows reaching back behind you like little cricket wings. The goal is to lift the sternum off the floor. We're going to keep the back of the neck flat, so your gaze will be right down in front of the mat. Forehead can be resting on the mat. Exhale fully and press through the tops of your feet as you inhale to baby cobra. Again, keeping the wrinkles out of the back of the neck, feeling the engagement. Try not to clench the butt. And exhale, release. Inhale to baby cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale, pressing yourself back to child's pose. Maybe feeling a little looser, a little bit more comfortable. Maintain your breath, staying present with the inhale and exhale. That Ujjayi breath, guiding our flow and practice. Feeling the rhythm of the music, feeling the vibrations. Go at your own pace, relax into it, make this your own practice. Coming to our first downward dog, I want to explain something that can be very helpful for you to feel a lot stronger in your downward dog. I see a lot of people with their elbows kind of out like this, and it's a lot weaker. You're going to be a lot stronger if you take your biceps and upper arms and thinking about opening them up, rotating them away from the midline. That really draws your shoulders down the back and helps you be a lot stronger in this pose. To counteract that, we're going to be rotating our forearms and thumbs down towards the mat. So again, upper arms opening out this way, forearms, thumbs back down towards the mat this way. That's going to give us a really nice, strong base. We want wide fingertips. Really think about weighting the thumb and index finger to get that rotation towards the midline. And then again, elbows and biceps pointed towards the ceiling to really draw those shoulder blades down the back, pressing up, the heels high. You can keep your knees bent. Engage the core. Engage the quads. And feel that nice stretch through the hamstring and calf. If you need to modify, you can come down onto your knees if that's too much. Again, more like a puppy pose here, but essentially getting deep into the shoulders and feeling a nice stretch behind the heart there. Wherever you're at, it's totally okay. Just be listening to your body and breathing. Nice deep inhale, exhale, make your way, stepping your feet up behind your hands to the top of the mat, keeping a nice wide stance. At first, knees can be bent as much as you need to, hanging here in ragdoll. We're going to be grabbing elbow to elbow. Maybe you gently sway side to side, feeling out all the corners of your feet, front to back and side to side. Lengthen through the spine, feel that lumbar release. And heel toe the feet together, shoulders width apart. And inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Engage the quads to lift the kneecaps. Engage, squeeze the navel to the spine. Protect the lower back. You can bring your hands to your knees for support or to your shins. You can also bend your knees as much as you can to modify if that feels better. Gaze is down at the floor, crown of the head shooting away from the tailbone. Halfway lift or Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold or Uttanasana. Placing the hands on the mat, feeling That nice long stretch in the back of the legs. You can engage your quads to protect the hamstrings. And remember to just breathe. As we inhale, engaging that core, slowly coming all the way up to standing pose, Samasthiti. Bringing our big toes to touch. A little bit of space in the heels behind us. Engage the quads to lift the kneecaps. Slightly tuck the tailbone. Standing up tall. Each vertebrae stacked on the next. Shoulders are wide and open. Hands, palms facing forward. Crown of the head reaches tall, slightly tucking the chin. Samasthiti, standing at attention. Deep inhale through the nose. Feel the energy that we're creating. Feel that heat. Let it power you through. If you feel like you need to release excess heat, always open mouth exhale is a good one. If you need some water or take a break, by all means, make yourself comfortable and enjoy this practice. We'll begin with our Sun Series A, Sun Salutation A. Inhaling, arms up overhead for Tadasana, mountain pose. Biceps are next to the ears, palms facing each other, fingertips spread wide. Exhale, releasing your shoulders down away from your ears. Feel rooted into the ground as we reach skyward. Inhale and exhale, keeping the gaze lifted as long as possible. Tighten the core, strengthen the abdominals, all the way to forwards fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. And exhale, planting the palms and stepping back to high plank. Going to move through the Chaturanga Dandasana, which can be kind of a tricky pose at first. So we'll go ahead the first time coming onto our knees. Basically, we are lowering our torso down to 90 degrees, keeping the elbows in towards the sides. And then inhaling, extending the arms, shining the heart forward, keeping really broad across through the collarbones, pressing through the tops of the feet to lift the knees and thighs off the ground. The gaze can be upwards. If this is too much for you, you can modify by just doing the baby cobra here. Whatever's right for you, totally okay. And from upward dog, we move, exhale, downward dog, pressing our hips up first and then back and over the toes, feeling that stretch. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Gazing to the top of the mat, walk your feet up behind your hands, forward folds. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rising all the way up. Feel the flow, feel the rhythm. Find your speed. Honor your breath. We'll move through the Sun Salutation A 3 more times, doing breath to movement. Inhale, arms up overhead, Tadasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach the crown of the head away from the tailbone and exhale. Plant your palms, step back, and you can move through Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. If at any time you want to skip out on the Chaturanga Dandasana, it's definitely an optional thing. So pace yourself, feel what's right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. And bringing the hands down to the heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move through your flow, or just step on back. You can move one more time through the flow on your own. Try not to talk the entire time for you. Done with your flow, go ahead and just meet us in standing pose. I'll give you a second if you need some water or wipe some sweat. Coming to chair pose. We're going to bring our big toes to touch. A little bit of space between the heels, about an inch or so. It's important to try to keep the knees behind your toes, sinking the weight down into the heels. Drop your hips, engage your core, squeeze those abdominals, and inhale the arms up overhead. Biceps by the ears, shoulders drawn down the back. Nice deep inhale. The exhale, maybe sink a little bit lower. If you need to modify with this, you can bring your hands to your knees to support, or take a wider stance, maybe bend your knees more. Really just listen to your own body, whatever feels right for you. Coming back to our chair, inhale and maybe sink a little bit lower, exhale, and release, forward fold. Heel toeing our feet, shoulders width apart. We'll grab our peace fingers, index and middle finger, onto the big toe for Padangusthasana. This is really nice stretch. You can gently feel some decompression in the spine. Stretching through the hamstrings, quads. Sending the breath to any areas that are tight. Release into halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms and move through the chaturanga, or you can just meet us in downward dog. Now coming to our Sun B series, we'll be going three-legged dog on the right side. So inhale, the right leg high, keeping the toes pointed down towards the ground, really extending that heel far back away from us, as if you had a wall behind you. Try to stamp your heel up as high as you can on that wall. Keeping our hips and pelvis neutral, squared to the front. And we'll come up onto the ball of the back foot, tucking round curl as you step your right foot through between your hands. Dropping the back knee to the ground for modified low lunge. Just take a few breaths to open up through the hip flexors and the glutes. Maybe finding some small movements here with the inhale. Opening the heart forward and exhale. Coming into crescent lunge pose. Come onto the ball of the back foot, pressing firmly away. And inhale, stacking the shoulders over the hips. If you need to modify, you can keep the knee bent or keep your back leg down on the ground if that feels better for you. Imagine the pinkies rotating inward to take stress off the shoulders. Gaze can be up towards the hands, skyward. Take one more deep inhale and exhale, opening to Warrior Two. Spinning the back foot to 90 degrees, rooting through the edge of the back foot, finding the front heel in the middle of the back arch, opening your front knee out towards the pinky toe, finding this alignment centered to your shoulders. Extend your arms straight out, fingers spread wide, gaze is over the middle finger, Virabhadrasana, Warrior Two. Take a deep inhale and exhale, sinking that low lunge into our front leg a little bit more. Inhale, the right arm up, reverse warrior. Feeling that nice stretch through the side body. Keeping firm through the back leg. Inhale and exhale, reaching forwards, tick-tocking the arms. Left arm comes up, right arm can come to the elbow for support. Looking for a straight line from your heel through the hip, shoulder. Arm can be up here or extended overhead. If you want to challenge yourself, you can also place your right hand inside the right angle, being sure to stay strong through the core. Inhale as we straighten the front leg, tick-tock the arms, reverse triangle. Right arm to the sky, palm flips around facing back towards our face. Feet are pressing in opposite directions, trying to rip the mat apart, if you can imagine that. Take a nice deep inhale and windmill the hands back down to the mat. Stepping back, and you can choose to either skip or do the chaturanga, whatever you'd like. Deep inhale through the nose and open mouth. Exhale, let it go. Moving to three-legged dog on the left side. Inhale, heel to the sky, toes face down. Remember, hips are square to the mat. Finding our balance on this side. And coming up onto the ball of the back foot as we gracefully step through, coming down to the back knee. Breathing here again, opening through those hip flexors, kind of just finding some movement in the hips to loosen up. Don't be afraid to smile and feel good. Yoga shouldn't be unenjoyable. And rising up to the ball of the back foot. Front knee is stacked over the front ankle. If you need to modify, you can bring your hands to your knee to support. Otherwise, inhale the arms up. Crescent pose, Anjaneyasana. And opening up to Warrior Two. Again, front heel lines up with the middle of the back arch. Rooting through the knife edge of the foot there. Opening that front knee up towards the pinky toe. Finding that nice deep lunge. And inhale, reverse warrior. Bringing the left arm up. Imagine trying to pull your front sit bone towards the left heel. And exhale, reaching forward as we come into extended side angle. Tucking the tailbone, really extending through this right side body, all the way through that right pinky. And inhale as we extend the front leg, tick-tock the arms, reverse triangle. Palms flipped back to face us. Shoulder relaxed away from the ear. Inhale deep and exhale. Windmill your hands back down to the mat. Move through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. All right, we'll be doing this series breath to movement. Each breath, one movement. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Tuck, round, and curl as we step through. Inhale, crescent pose. Again, you can modify bringing the back knee down and spinning open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, reaching forward, flip the arms. Inhale, reverse triangle. Bringing the right arm up, straighten the front leg, and back down to the mat. Maintaining our breath is so critical to the practice. If you find yourself fatigued, maybe just come back to the presence of breath. And inhale, three-legged dog on the left. Stepping through. And inhale, crescent pose. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, reaching forward, tick-tock your arms. Inhale as we straighten the front leg, reversing the triangle and sweeping back down to the mat. You're doing awesome, I can tell. And one more side, each right leg high. Sweeping it through. Staying present to the breath as we go to Anjaneyasana. Virabhadrasana. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse your triangle. Inhale. And exhale, sweeping back down. One more time. Deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. You got this. Inhale, left side. Three-legged dog. Hollow out your core as you step through. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. All the way up. Left arm points to the sky. And exhale as we unfold. Melting back down one more time. Exhale to downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Melt into child's pose. Knees to the edge of the mat. Just be heavy. Stay focused on the breath. Stay present in your energy. Feel free to get some water. Maybe you need a towel for sweat. It's just taking a little break here. Enjoy the grooves of the void. ready, we'll come back up, meeting in a standing position. Coming into our balancing series, we'll be starting with tree pose, Vrksasana. Finding your roots growing through your right leg. Inhale, left leg to the side, opening up to 90 degrees. Find a kickstand here. Really find your balance rooted at this stage. Before you inhale, the sole of the left foot to either the calf or to your thigh, avoiding the knee joint. You don't want to be pressing against your knee. Maybe bring the hips forward just slightly and inhale the hands to heart center. You can stay here or grow your tree branches, whatever feels good for you. If you want to challenge your balance, you can put your gaze upwards or maybe close your eyes and just being okay with wherever you're at, falling out of the pose. Maybe there's a lot of wind and it's blowing your tree around, or maybe you're feeling rock solid, unwavering. Wherever you're at today is totally cool. And gracefully coming out of the pose, shaking it off, and reset, reground. Grow the roots through your left foot. Open the right foot up to 90 degrees. Find that kickstand. Really rooting through the toe mound of the big toe to help your balance. Maybe point out a spot on the wall to keep your focus and help you to maintain balance. As we inhale, keep the breath, keep the focus and attention, and slowly unwinding. Shake it out. Get your groove on. And we're coming into dancer's pose. So you can just dance however you want. Or we can do Tadasana, mountain pose, dropping the left elbow to the left hip and bringing our left foot up behind us, grabbing on to the inside of the foot with the thumb pointed up. Kicking into the hand, let that kick pull your torso forward, reaching out and up. A little bit of up dog in the chest, shining your heart, kicking higher to find more pendulum action. Find whatever expression of dancer suits you today, and coming back out of the pose. Very nice. Cleansing breaths. Find your roots in your left foot. Inhale, Tadasana arms. Drop the right elbow to right hip. Bend at the knee. Grabbing onto the inside arch of your right foot. Kicking into your hand. Engaging the quad of the standing leg. Finding that point to focus and harness our balance. Finding whatever expression of the dancer is calling. Get that techno. And release. Coming into eagle pose. This one can be very challenging, but has many benefits. If you need to modify, you can just give yourself a hug, wrapping your arms around you like this. But otherwise, we'll begin with our arms up, dropping the right arm underneath of the left arm. Root through your left foot and inhale your right leg up, cross it over the left leg. See if you can tuck your toes behind your calf and sit down, bringing the elbows to shoulder height, pulling your forearms away from your face. This is eagle pose, Gardasana. Maybe sink a little bit lower, keeping strong in those bended knees. This pose is very good for all your organs. And inhale, release, coming to one-legged Tadasana. Exhale as we pendulum. Extend your foot behind you, coming to Warrior 3, eagle arms. Hips can be parallel to the floor. Feeling strong through the grounded leg. Maybe you open your arms, find some airplane wings, I don't know. And inhale back to one-legged Tadasana and let go. That one can be challenging, so have fun with it. Give yourself a break if you're not there. That's all good. Again, we'll inhale Tadasana, arms up. Left arm dropping underneath of the right arm. Twist at the elbows. Bring your palms together. If you need to see that one more time, crossing like twisted velvet rope. Root through the right. Inhale the left foot up and over as we find our little tuck. If you need to modify here, you can, again, just grab yourself, give a hug. Maybe you just give yourself a kickstand here. Whatever is going to suit you the best. And breathe. Always maintaining our breath. Focus. Help with the balance. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Extend the left heel behind you. Using your torso to counterbalance. Keep strong through that right foot. Try to keep those hips level. Find your expression of Warrior 3. Coming back to one-legged Tadasana. And release. Very nice, very nice. And that's our balancing series. We'll bring it back to one more Sun A to get the flow going again. Inhale, Tadasana, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dives, keeping that gaze lifted for as long as you can. Feel that nice stretch in the lower back. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your palms. Step back, you can go through the Chaturanga. Or you can just meet us in Downward Dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Bringing our right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog once more. And bringing that knee behind the right wrist for pigeon pose. You can have your shin parallel to the top of the mat or maybe at a 45-degree angle. You can also flex the toes to protect the knee joint here. You want to make sure the alignment of your back foot is straight. And you want to elongate the spine and inhale up first before we settle onto the forearms. Maybe bringing your forehead all the way down to the mat. Feeling a really nice release through the glutes here. We're going to spend, so just get comfy, get cozy, and surrender. Each breath, feeling a little bit more release. Finding length in the inhales and surrender in the exhales. comfortable spaces. Such a metaphor for life, you know, when we encounter difficult situations, oftentimes just taking some deep breaths and centering our focus and bringing the awareness back can be just what we need. And walking our hands back up when you're ready. Coming back up onto the ball of the back foot to lift yourself back out. Maybe shake out that leg. Maybe me making some circles. You can even stack your hips over each other. And coming back to downward dog, finding the stillness. Inhale, three-legged dog on the left side. And again, left knee behind left wrist. Bring the top of the right foot onto the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale. Folding forwards. Find that release. So, breathe deep. Let it go. Get rid of all that baggage. This pose can be incredibly therapeutic. And walking our hands back up. Coming onto the ball of the back foot again. Pressing up. And stretch it out, shake it out. Make some circles. Coming to downward dog. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Now dropping onto our knees, sitting over to the side. That concludes most of the heavy lifting for the class, and we can start to unwind. Kicking our feet out to the side. And finding wide-legged forward fold. Knees can be bent, finding our toes or the sides of our feet. Take a deep inhale to lengthen the spine, open through the chest, and exhale, roll forward. Feel that reach through the hams, calves all the way through the heels. Feel your breath. Find lengthen on the inhale. Deepen on the exhale. And release. Bringing the soles of the feet together. And scoot your sit bones a little bit closer. Bring a nice straight spine. Focus on your breath. Always coming back to that presence of breath. Boat pose, bringing our shins parallel to the earth. Really squeeze those abdominals as we kick back, open through the collarbones. You can point your toes, just feel this, engage, burn that core, push yourself, and and slowly all the way back. And exhale. Inhale your knees into your chest. Need a nice release. Or the low. Maybe you can gently rock side. Find some circles with your knee over your hips. Breathe into the bring your knees over your hips, hands on top of the knees, feeling your sacrum, that other bony part of your pelvis, and massaging that out, maybe small clockwise circles, breathing, and reverse direction. The dead bug pose or happy baby. Grab onto the sides of the feet or on the tops. You can also go on the inside if better. The knees and the and a really good release through the legs, hip and lower. Don't forget to smile. Good. And release. Coming up. Find ourselves in a seated position, bringing our heels close enough to where you'll be able to touch them with your fingers, and coming back down, preparing for bridge pose. Really want to be able to make sure that our hips are, heels are with right behind our hips. Being able to grab on the tips of our fingers to the back of the heel. Rolling back. And pressing the hips forward, keeping the knees together. Squeeze your shoulders behind. Clasp your fingers together behind your back. Pressing up. Through. Avoiding any pressure on the neck or head. And just release the spine. And relax. If you care to take an inversion here, I'd invite you to do so. I will not guide you through that. Or at that level and care to do so, feel free. Otherwise, we'll be coming down, making our way into a tight little ball. Bring it all in, take a nice deep breath. Hold it. And explode gently out into Shavasana. Allowing our feet to fall wider than the hips. Toes splayed out to the side. And method got a few minutes left, but that's going to conclude the yoga portion. Devoid will be continuing to play music so you can lie in Shavasana. I'm going to conclude our practice with 3 ohms. I'd love if you want to join me along. If you've never ohmed before, it's really fun. It feels really good. I highly encourage you to try it. Don't be scared. You've all heard somebody ohm. Just think of the wisest, most enlightened Tibetan monk that you can and emulate that. And just tap in and let it flow from your heart. You can't go wrong. We'll take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And 3 ohms. Inhale. So much for joining me today. So grateful for this opportunity to share my practice with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you're feeling light, free, connected. If you enjoy the artwork that you see, this was done by me and my wife Leia. You can visit our page at studiosoulmates.com or on Facebook at Studio Soulmates, also on Instagram. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool art that you can check out. And definitely be sure to check out Dylan's SoundCloud at Devoid Music, DAVOID. And be sure to check out Artificial People. They've got tons of cool stuff coming at you. And as always, sign up for Techno Yoga Club. And much thanks to the W Hotel in Hollywood for offering us this beautiful location. Couldn't be more stoked. So grateful. Thank you. Peace and blessings.
to Tokyo. We're slowly sinking in the sand, chasing the black and gold. The motor glistens in Japan. Yokohama to Tokyo.
concludes our Techno Yoga Club for the evening. Thank you so much if you're watching. Thank you to Dylan DeVoid for DJing, to Masa for teaching yoga, to the W Hotel for having us, to Artificial People, and remember to go to www.technoyoga.club so you can find out reminders when we're going to be streaming next. We'll be doing it every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Thanks so much for joining us.